Hi everyone. In this video we'll go through 1-marker questions from application of derivatives. First thing is, in this particular topic you'll have to remember these formulas. Marginal cost. What is marginal cost? Differentiation of total cost. Average cost. Average cost is total cost by output. Output or quantity or X. That is number of units produced. Marginal revenue is derivative of revenue function. Average revenue is revenue by quantity or output. Velocity is displacement by time. If you differentiate displacement with respect to time, you get velocity. Acceleration. Acceleration is when you double differentiate displacement with respect to time, you get acceleration. Or you can also say acceleration is dv by dt. That is differentiate velocity with respect to time. Now in this particular question, if cost function is given, find average cost. Right? What is average cost? Average cost is total cost by output or quantity, right? Or X, right? Normally this X represents quantity. So average cost is cost function by X, which is total output, which is quantity. So you divide each of this with X, right? You'll get this particular expression. So this is the average cost. Next one, if S is given here, find the initial velocity. Now, when you say initial velocity, velocity is nothing but displacement by time. That is change in position from one point to another point with respect to time, right? To go from year to year, to move from year to year within given time, right? Say 1 second or 2 seconds, that is called as velocity. Movement from one position to another position within a given time is called as velocity. Now, displacement is given, S. This entire thing is displacement. So if you can differentiate displacement with respect to time, I'll get velocity. So I have to differentiate this function. I will get 10t plus 4. Now for initial velocity means initially, before the movement started. That means velocity is 0. You're not moving, you've just started. So at that time when you've started, time is 0 seconds, right? You assume that the start time is always 0 seconds. So when t is equal to 0, so substitute t as 0 here, you'll get velocity as 4 units. Next one, a stone thrown vertically upward rises s feet in t seconds. S is given. You need to find velocity after 2 seconds. S is given. You need to find velocity. What is velocity? If I differentiate this function with respect to time like this, I'm taking this function s and differentiating with respect to time, I'll get velocity. So find the derivative of this particular function. 80t is 80. Derivative of 16t square is 16. T square is 2 into t. T square is 2 into t. That's the derivative of t square, right? So you'll get 80 minus 32t. Now you'll have to find the velocity after 2 seconds. That means t is 2 seconds. So I have to substitute 2 here. So if I substitute 2 here, I'll get 16 feet per second. This is the velocity. Next question. When the brakes are applied to a moving car, the car travels at a distance s feet in t seconds, given by this particular expression. When does the car stop? So you're applying brakes to a moving car, right? The car would have traveled some distance, say s, right? It has traveled some distance s. In how much time? In t seconds. And the displacement is given as this particular function. When does the car stop? When means you have to find time. You need to find time when the car stops. So first thing, car stops means velocity 0. That means there is no movement, right? Car stops, there is no movement. So velocity is 0. Why? Velocity is nothing but movement by time. But movement itself is 0. Therefore, velocity will become 0. So what you will do, first you differentiate this function, right? Differentiate 8t minus 6t square. You will get 8. Differentiation of 8t is 8. Differentiation of 6t square is 6 into 2 into t. So you get this particular derivative. Now the car stops. Car stops means velocity is 0. So equate this particular expression to 0. Make velocity as 0 and take the derivative that you found here. So you'll get time. Time is 2 by 3 seconds or 0.666 seconds. Next question. If the cost function of a firm is given by, cost function is given, right? Find the marginal cost. Remember one thing, whenever you see the word marginal, it means you have to differentiate. You have to find marginal cost. So you have to differentiate cost, right? You have to differentiate cost. So take this particular function and differentiate. Derivative of x cube is 3x square, derivative of 3x is 3, and derivative of 7 is 0. So you have the marginal cost function. Next one, if total cost of an article is given, x indicates quantity, right? X indicates quantity or output. Find its marginal cost function. Again, what is marginal cost? You differentiate total cost, you get marginal cost. So this is a total cost function. What is derivative of 5x square? It is 10x. Derivative of 2x is 2. Derivative of 3 is 0. So you get the marginal cost function here. Next one, if the total cost of an article is given, x indicates quantity, find the average cost. Now same problem, you just have to find average cost. What is the formula for average cost? It's total cost by quantity. So total cost is given here. Whatever they're given here as C of x, right? It's the total cost. Take the total cost function. Quantity is generally x, right? So put x here. Divide each of this with x. So whatever you get, that becomes the average cost function. Now here, the total cost of the production of a firm is given by function. This is the function, right? This is the total cost function. X is the output or X is the quantity, anything, output or quantity, right? Now, it's not that you'll get all 3 problems for 1 marker. Each of this is 1 mark, right? This is 1 mark, this is 1 mark, this is 1 mark. So any of this, you need to be prepared with all these concepts, right? So any of this can come. So total cost for an output of 10 units. That means what is the total cost when x is equal to 10? When x is equal to 10, what is total cost? Cost is given here, right? Just substitute. This is total cost. That's given in the question. Substitute x as 10 units. You'll directly get cost, 25 rupees. Now second one, average cost for an output of 9 units. That is, you need to find average cost when x is equal to 9. When x is equal to 9, you have to find the average cost. What is the formula for average cost? Total cost by quantity. Total cost by quantity. Total cost is this one. Put this total cost and by quantity. Divide each of this, right? And x is 9. So substitute 9 instead of x and you'll get 2.7 rupees. Now, third one, you have to find marginal cost at x is equal to 6. Marginal cost. What is marginal cost? Differentiate total cost. That is, you have to take this cost function and differentiate. If I differentiate, what I'll get here? What is differentiation of this? Simple, right? 0.7x is 0.7. Derivative of 18 is 0. So it is 0.7. So 0.7 rupees. Don't forget the units, right? All the cost will be in rupees. Revenue will be in rupees. So put the unit here. Next problem. If R is equal to, that is revenue is given, R is total revenue, X is number of units or quantity or output. What is marginal revenue and what is average revenue? Marginal. The word marginal means you have to differentiate. Differentiate what? Revenue, right? So revenue function is given. Differentiate revenue. This is revenue function. Differentiate revenue. Derivative of 250x is 250. Derivative of 45x square is 45. X square. What is derivative of x square? 2 into x. And derivative of x cube is 3 into x square, right? Now you have the marginal revenue function. You have to substitute x as 25. So when x is 25, just substitute here, right? Instead of x, put 25. You will get the answer as 625 rupees. Next one, you have to find average revenue when x is 10 units. Average revenue, what is the formula for average revenue? Total revenue by quantity. Quantity or number of units or output, right? All mean the same. So take the revenue function, right? Directly from the question. Take this revenue function from the question, right? And divide it by x, right? And then substitute x is equal to 10 because we need to find average revenue when x is equal to 10, right? Right? Substitute x as 10 here. We'll get the answer as rupees 600. So with this, we have come to the end of this particular topic. If you have liked this video, do press a like and share it. Thank you.